Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Barricade. I am Madi.
And I am L'Oreal.
And on this episode, we got to talk to the boys of People Are Ugly.
I love them.
Yeah. Well, 3/4 of them.
I thought you were saying well about the fact that I love them. I was like, oh.
No, they're great. We love them. They were so much fun. We got to hang out with them at Four Chord Music Festival in Pittsburgh. It was a good time.
Representing.
If you are only listening, you should watch the video, but L'Oreal is wearing her Pittsburgh sweatshirt that she got in the airport.
Listen.
Because we showed up and realized we were freezing, and she was like, I got to fix this.
And I had hours to spend there.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's...
So, her desperation sweatshirt is...
It's so comfy.
Being sported.
Yes,
for this episode specifically.
I did wear it specifically for this episode. Yeah. So
You're welcome.
Sure you watch the video.
You're welcome, Pittsburgh.
You're welcome, Pittsburgh. Title of the episode.
Yep.
But anyway, yes. So this episode we talked to 75% of the boys of People Are Ugly. And how did we get to know them, Madison?
So
start the lore.
It's a long chain of events that happened. So essentially, back in college, I was a part of an organization called Town Hall, where we brought concerts to campus. And one of my friends that was in that organization, Darby, connected me with Miriam, who is their tour manager, because they were playing So Wet Fest in Dallas, and they needed a photographer. And I was already booked the day that they were playing So Wet I was shooting a wedding that day. But I was like, hey, I can't be there, but my good pal L'Oreal can.
The great value Madison.
She is basically just me. So
just a little shorter.
Just a little shorter.
Uh-huh. Same dream.
Yeah, same dream.
Yeah.
Just pocket sized.
Compact Madison.
Yes. So I got Miriam in contact with L'Oreal. L'Oreal ended up shooting them at So What?
Yeah.
And do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. It goes beyond, I feel like, shooting them at So What, because we ended up really hanging out the whole day. And I told them, I met them really quick, honestly, right before they're about to go on stage. I got connected with Jake, who was kind of their TM for that day. And I was like, hey, I'm here. What do you guys want me to do? We kind of roughly planned out our attack for the day. And they got off stage. It was amazing. People were there to see them and very excited. And they're a smaller band. They're just kind of starting out. And so it was exciting, just the energy of them on stage and the fan interactions. And then at the end of their set, they were like, so what are you doing? Are you going to stay for May Day parade and Boys Like Girls? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I probably am. I was like, also, I'm just here to hang out with you guys. And I'm going to just document and, really just be with you for the rest of the day. And they were so excited. They were like, no way. That's so cool. So I quite literally hung out with them all day and became really good friends with them. And I met Taylor, who is their drummer Tristan's girlfriend, and we were just inseparable throughout the whole day. And it was just such a great time. They're such good people. And yeah, so that's kind of how the interaction kind of started with People Are Ugly, and that relationship kind of grew. And then we found out that they were playing Four Chord in Pennsylvania. And again, we were like, okay, we have friends who are also at Four Chord. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. And we reached out to them and they're like, well, you guys are coming with us. And so huge thanks to People Are Ugly for essentially bringing us out to Four Chord with them. Yeah.
It was the first time we got to travel for festival. Well, to work it basically.
Yeah. We worked it with them. We're here to capture your set, whatever you guys need from us. And they, unfortunately, they were supposed to get there Saturday. They were playing Sunday. It was a weekend festival and their flights got delayed, super delayed. So they weren't there at all Saturday.
Yeah.
So we were kind of just there on a whim on Saturday. But the cool thing is, and I don't know if we were going to mention this on the outro, so I'm so sorry. The cool thing is we started talking to people, just fans throughout the day, throughout the festival, and they kept mentioning People Are Ugly.
Which is so funny because they were one of the earlier acts playing. So they were one of the smaller bands.
The second day.
Yeah, they were the second day. They were one of the smaller bands there. So the fact that would just happen to be the band that we were kind of there with, and we just interviewed people just talking about hey, who are you excited to see today? Their name came up several times.
In all of the interviews we did with fans,
on
they
Sunday,
were on Sunday, they were just we're really excited for People Are Ugly. And we're like, Okay.
So that was, I mean, and I think it's just a testament to them that despite like being a newer band, they've got some hype.
They got some hype surrounding them. They know what they're doing. What they're doing is ridiculous sounding too.
And it's just so unique. And I feel like
that's honestly it. I say ridiculous. I mean unique.
Yes. Yeah. And I feel like that speaks for itself.
It really does. And you're going to listen to it in this episode. They're younger.
Yeah.
I mean, just like age wise too. I mean, we're like you're in your late 20s.
I unfortunately felt very old hanging out with them, but that's okay.
I'm 31. I have no shame in it, as you've all heard from the Max Venus episode. But there's like some questions where I'm just like, boys, what did you just say? But I say that because like, they're a younger band, but they're also like younger people. Mm-hmm. But it's still kind of, it has that same drive no matter the age.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And what they're doing is working.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can't remember what you said, but I was thinking it. Because they were playing an earlier set at So What as well. Obviously, they were a smaller band, but I feel like there are two kind of like smaller bands at festivals or openers, if you will. Mm-hmm. Ones that kind of just are there and they play their music. And then there are ones that you can tell are there trying to prove themselves and they're trying to like get everything out of opportunities that they can. And People Are Ugly are so in that camp of they are going to go so hard at their shows. They put on such a good performance.
Such a good performance, but also it's like the ins and outs of it too. So after they're off stage, like they're still working, like they're still grinding, like making connections with fans. Like people were coming up to them at So What. And I was like, you guys, like they want to take a picture with you. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, like that's happening. And so they're doing that. They're staying for the whole set.
Yeah.
They're not like one of those bands where it's like once they play, they leave.
They
like,
check out.
Yeah, they're there for the whole thing and to enjoy it and to, really make a name for themselves. And I admire them so much.
Oh, yeah.
As individuals, every member of the band are fantastic people. Yeah. And their music is just, like we said, so unique.
It's so fun.
It's so fucking fun.
So good.
If you were a fan of Mindless Self-Indulgence back in the day.
Yep.
I hear so much like connection between Mindless Self-Indulgence and People Are Ugly.
That's a really good comparison.
Yeah. So anyway, enjoy this episode.
We will have so much more to say afterward, but one fun little fact, if you're listening to the audio, you should definitely join us on YouTube and watch the video because as L'Oreal kind of mentioned, their flights were delayed and they had a whole travel day. So we recorded this episode quite literally like right after they had checked into their hotel.
Yeah.
We didn't have a good space to do it. So we are in the hotel shower because...
Yeah. So come join us with People Are Ugly in the shower.
Yep.
And honestly, we got into our hotel relatively early, the day before.
Yeah.
I think, essentially. And
Friday evening.
Yeah, Friday evening. Festival started Saturday. Friday evening, Madison and I were quite literally wandering around our hotel, being like, where the fuck are we going to record this episode? What are we doing? What do we do? And then we were like, shower
feels right.
And honestly, it
sick.
tracks. It's so fitting for them. So yes, if you're listening to this episode, I highly recommend watching the podcast episode on either YouTube or wherever you can find it because there's some key notes in the podcast. You're going to hear some lulls, but watching the episode on the podcast really makes sense.
It's great.
Yeah.
So come join us in the shower with People Are Ugly.
All that to say, yes. Enjoy. Hi, guys. Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. We are L'Oreal and
Madison.
And we are here with People Are Ugly. Well, kind of.
Hi. 3 out of the 4.
3 out of the
75%.
In our hotel room shower.
In the shower.
And
we are
one
in the
is
shower.
running late. Bill is running late.
Yeah, our flights it was a complete shit show getting here. We all got on different flights, but the 3 of us managed to get on the same one, minus Bill.
So really, what did Bill do?
He didn't call. He's not proactive.
Yeah, he could have just called, been like, yo, let me get on this flight. Didn't do it.
But we're here.
We're here.
Thriving. We're giggly.
If I wasn't doing this podcast for now, I would be dead asleep off of 2 Tylenol PMs.
Mm-hmm. Did you already take the 2 Tylenol PMs?
No. I saved it.
I was actually so worried. I thought you did. For a second, I thought you did. 'Cause I'm like, I was tempted to take the melatonin like maybe 2-3 minutes ago just to see what happens.
Out of respect, I didn't. But yes.
Thank you for not.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, we are here with 3 out of the 4 band members.
People are ugly!
That's the intro.
That's the one.
That's the
That's
intro
it.
right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Really nicely.
Yeah, I was hoping it would clip. Hell yeah, brother.
Looked real good.
America.
We love you, Hayden.
Hayden's gonna love us. It's gonna be
Yes.
good.
So anyway, hi.
We're here with once again
How are you guys?
3/4. We're doing great. We're in Pittsburgh.
We're in Pittsburgh.
We're here.
PITTSBEURGH. There's an
There is
H on the ends that
I did not know
we
that.
messed up before.
Yep,
We did.
same. But
I thought we were in
autocorrect
Philly.
got me.
For a minute.
I was in Philly for a hot second.
Isn't this not the same place?
Same state.
basically.
Different
Same
city.
state, different
6 hours away from
location.
each other.
Libertyville is in Philadelphia, in case you didn't know that, because I did Google that this morning.
I'm from Philadelphia. Fun
Are
fact.
you?
Yes.
Wow.
It's not that fun. It's just a fact.
So you're basically
Great
from
city.
here.
I'm not from here. I've been here 3 times in my life.
All right. Well,
I'm from the state, though.
close enough.
Don't you?
That's not what
Don't
our
you look
podcast
at me
is
like
about.
that?
No.
Anyway.
Not about Pennsylvania. That's
Nope.
where we are.
We made music.
Yes.
So we're here with People Are Ugly. Can you guys tell us a little bit about how you met and why you formed a band, how you started? Give us your origin story.
Yeah.
Grinder.
Well, no. Okay.
That's how all good bands start.
What? Is that
No, that's not the PG one.
okay? With the press friendly one.
We're doing the press friendly one.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
So we're all big fans.
One more time.
Okay, sorry. We're all big fans of the movie Shrek 2. If you're aware of that movie, right?
Yes.
You know Shrek 1, 3, 4, but
1.5.
Specifically
You missed
two.
one.
1.5.
There is 1.5.
There was 1.5, but that's not important. Shrek 2 is the important one, and
Still scarred from the story.
yeah. Well, anyways, they have these like Shrek meetups, and we were all kind of part of that. And then like one day we just like showed up and like we were just like talking about shit that we do on the side, and like we're like, oh, you're a drummer? Oh, well, like I sing, he plays guitar, etc. And then we just decided to make a song one day.
What song was it?
It was
I'm trying to remember which one it is too.
which one was it?
Regrets.
It was Regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Regrets.
When was this?
So that's the real story, but the fake story is that I booked a show before knowing them, and then before having a band, and then they said yes, and then I lied to their faces, and then I found them in that week, and we played a show.
That's amazing.
But that's the fake story. The real story is the
Shrek meetup.
And the first song that we ever wrote was All Star by Smash Mouth.
Yes.
So we have you to blame.
No,
Kidding.
To blame?
I
To
know.
blame for fucking what?
Yeah.
Somebody once told me. I'm sorry. Sorry, I just get fired up. I get fired up. This kind of shit. I get fucking really into this shit.
I actually have
You're
once went on
really
a
into this
tangent that Shrek hurt Smash Mouth's career.
Yeah.
They would have been so much bigger.
I don't think so. I think that was like the highlight.
They would have been bigger
That
than
was
the Beatles.
definitely the highlight of their career.
That was the highlight of Smash Mouth's
Yeah.
career.
My tushy is starting to hurt.
Why don't they make
Shower
like
isn't comfortable
they
for
don't
you.
make like pillow tiles?
They don't make showers like they used to.
Yeah, they really
I
don't.
want to fucking sit here on my ass and cry while this fucking shower runs. What, am I just going to be uncomfortable the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that's how we met.
That's how you met.
Sick. Yeah, Shrek 2. Thank
Shrek
you
2.
for
Shrek 2
Wait, so
finally.
for real, when was that? Or like when did you guys meet?
This would have been
How long have you guys been
July,
friends?
about 3 years this July.
Okay.
Wow.
3 years you guys have been a band. You've been
Yeah.
friends. Were you friends first and then a band?
They were friends. I didn't know them.
myself, Zach, and Bill were friends beforehand,
Okay.
and then Tristan just kind of sneakily snuck into everyone's DMs, being
I
like,
did.
"Hey,
Nice.
we need
Slid
to
in.
do this." Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What do you think?
Yeah, we're a lot of sex.
So about 3 years ago, are you guys like still listening to the same music that you listened to when you guys first started the band?
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
No, it changes.
Hard.
Yeah. Music tastes change as they should. Do you
Yeah.
listen to the same music you did 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
listened to the
you're
same
a
music I
fucking
did
loser.
10 years ago.
I am.
Caught in a
Yes.
fucking time period.
Okay. Well, calm down.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm
They're
sorry.
being great hosts. Listen, we all listen to Mayday Parade. We get it.
Yeah. It's fine.
I cried in the shower to Mayday Parade.
I lay down in the shower and cry like
Yeah.
a fucking man.
I'm still trying to figure out who Jamie was all over exactly.
If you're still thinking about it, you can't afford to know who it is.
What?
So it's fine.
Who is it?
Don't worry about it.
Jamie's all over what?
Not your dick. That's for
I
sure.
wish.
Oh my God. This is starting to heat up.
This is. I'm sorry. I get very
Let's go
passionate
up
about that.
sober.
It's getting derailed now.
It is. Okay. So what were we talking about? We were talking
Oh,
about.
are we friends?
Oh, no, music.
No,
Do
we
you still
missed that.
listen to the same music you did 3 years ago?
No.
It
No.
changed dramatically.
Yeah, it always changes.
All right.
Honestly, most of us, it changes like by the week.
Amazing.
There's
By the
such
way.
like an ADD thing of just like constantly cycling through, being like, what else is interesting to us?
Yeah. Well, I think it's important to just listen to new music and like what's coming out nowadays. Cause like, in my opinion, I know a lot of people don't share this idea, but like there's a lot of very, very fucking good music coming out these days. Okay. And like a lot of people like might not think that, but like there's a lot, but you just have to search for it because the whole like TikTokification of music and
Huge.
That was a very good word.
That was great.
I'm so proud of you.
and like short formness obviously makes it hard to find a lot of songs unless they kind of catch an algorithm or trend. But I think there's a lot of good stuff out there if you really search for it.
So your sound is kind of very unique, I would say. It's fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Cheers to that.
I have nothing.
Oh, I thought you were going to cheers.
I have nothing left. It's bad luck to cheers.
It is with an empty cup. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Do you guys find the music that you listen to like influential to your sound?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely a common thread with like what we take away from certain artists.
Do you have specific artists that you think that you draw a lot of inspiration
I mean,
from?
it's all over the place. I feel like every session we sit down and we'll like listen to a bunch of music to be like to inspire us and then get it going. So everything from like indie music to rap to punk, obviously, to dad rock.
Yeah, from like Blink-182 to like Brockhampton to I don't know.
To Huey Lewis in the News.
Huey Lewis in the News.
Yeah.
Big one.
Damn.
It was like yacht rock
Yeah.
stuff.
Drake.
Drake.
What is Huey in the
Hotline Bling by Drake.
Yep.
It's
They did the Back to the Future song.
Specifically.
They do, but it's also Hip to Be Square.
Yeah, the Back to the Future.
Is that
Hip to be square.
That's also American Psycho.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I know.
No, but yeah, I mean, like, I definitely think we aren't influenced by any like one specific thing. Like, sure, like we have like songs that like sound like maybe this or that, or like you could like pull parts that are influenced by certain bands but yeah, it's just a random collection of things that we like.
Love that.
So the whole point of this podcast is we kind of like to talk to artists and people in the industry who were obviously anyone working in the music industry or artists themselves were fans of music prior to making this like a career of theirs. So we kind of like to rewind back before you guys were a band. Obviously, your music taste is you have a wide music taste, a wide variety of music that you listen to, but specifically as like a fan and attending shows and festivals or whatever you did before you were artists yourselves, was there a certain show or certain artist that you really took inspiration from, or you attended a show or a certain festival where you were like, oh my God, I want to do this? Anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, for me, my whole life, whenever I would go to shows, I always would be like, I want to do that. Like, I could never like fully enjoy a concert because I was always like, I want to be on the stage doing this. And I would be like over analyzing every aspect from like in between songs, what they talk about, like how they're performing, how the drummer is, all like their solos, all that. And I can never like fully enjoy a concert. There's been like very few. I would say like one that stands out, We Were Already a Band by Kiss was like one of the few people that like absolutely fucking blew me away. And then when I was younger, probably like Van Halen or Iron Maiden. Like I was like, I need to do that. It wasn't I want to do it, I need to.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, same. It's just like, I've just like analyzed concerts my entire life, just like going to them and just, I just love like watching to see what different artists do. Cause like there's so many different styles of shows and like different things like you could do on stage. Like you could be like a DJ at like an EDM show and put on like a great show with like visuals, or like a rapper and just kind of like rap over tracks, but like be like funny enough to just like carry the show, or like a whole band or all that stuff. But one show that stands out to me a lot, and this is gonna sound really funny, but this is like the best show I've ever seen, and it was Pitbull.
I knew it.
No way.
Mr. Worldwide?
Mr. Worldwide.
Damn, 305.
That show was like one of the best shows I've ever seen. Besides
Wait, was
that,
it the Ricky Iglesias tour, the one that just happened?
no, that was like 2 years ago. So
I photographed
no,
that
so it was
one.
him and
It was
Iggy
crazy.
Azalea.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it was
That's a good
awesome.
one.
Matt's just shot the Pitbull and Ricky Iglesias tour.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Pitbull was great.
Yeah, I was gonna go to that,
the
but
other
then
ones not so much.
like tickets for like 300, and I was just
They were
like,
crazy.
But yeah, besides that, I mean, like
Pitbull.
Tyler the Creator is like a massive influence.
Yeah.
Love him so much. He's like
He's
my
so
favorite
fucking
artist,
good.
favorite live show.
Yeah. What about you?
This guy luckily got to see Rush, which is my number one dream
Well,
concert.
it's funny because I wasn't even at the concert I was going to say. It's funny because everyone was talking about like modern ones. I went to like an underground metal show back in Canada with a band called Protest the Hero, and they were dual headlining with them and this band called Tesseract. And I was like 16. It was like my first underground like mosh, like Wall of Death show. And I was just like, what, hello?
Just making sure that's on. It wasn't.
Is it working?
Yeah, you're good. Sorry. Yeah.
The levels are very small. It's,
you
Yeah.
have to like compress this shit a lot.
Sorry, Hayden.
So much knowledge. Yeah, I got thrown into a wall of death in a mosh pit at that show when I was like 16. I'm like, this is crazy. How do I do this? And it was game over after that.
That's amazing. So we're at a festival. You guys currently, like not right now in the shower. Yeah. Shower
The
Fest.
fuck? When do we go on?
You guys already went on.
You missed it.
You blacked out. Dude.
Oh, fucking
It was great.
Yeah.
Thank God.
You played great.
Were we good?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, like, but good or like, okay, that's fair. Yeah. I got it.
But so we're in Pennsylvania for a festival. Sorry, let me rephrase my question. In Pennsylvania for a festival, you guys have already played a few, like a handful of festivals, and you're still in. I mean, this isn't. Don't get fucking angry. You're still a young band.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're
And
babies.
We are
Yes.
tiny babies.
And you've played a lot of fucking big festivals with big names. Are you guys familiar with festivals? Have you guys gone or attended festivals growing up, or?
I mean, me personally, I've only been to one festival in my life before
Before
Maryland,
playing?
before this month.
Okay.
Doing
Well,
it.
I've been to lots of festivals, and honestly, it's like I think like I fucking hate festivals. Like,
Ooh,
You know,
like
I
personally,
do too.
Yeah.
Like it's like a hot take, but like I fucking hate the aspect of like you pay like $300 to $400 to like walk around and see like half versions of all your favorite artists.
Every band
shows.
plays like 20 minutes. You're like,
yeah, and
okay,
it's just
cool.
like okay, cool. Like nobody gets like a stage plot. Nobody really gets like shit. I don't know. I don't really like them, but I have been to a lot.
Yeah.
and like they are a good time.
I will say, after seeing you guys play at a festival earlier this month, you do a very good job at knowing that and making that kind of like your barrier that you have to cross, and you drag people in. So you guys started like the last festival you guys shot, there was maybe like a handful of people just there. But then by the end of it, you guys had a good amount of people. Security was fucking with you guys. Like they were into it.
The amount of penis jokes.
Yes,
I feel like people are like, what is this band?
Yes.
And they walked over.
So is there a certain like band or frontman in particular that you guys kind of aspire to be like, holy shit, they know how to do crowd work, and we're going to kind of like use that same energy or anything like that?
I think a big inspo for us, like at this point in our live show, and like this could easily change once, I don't know, whenever, but it's like currently very much like Blink-182.
I mean, definitely.
yeah.
We would sit and watch YouTube videos of them in between songs because I think they have perfected the live show, and that it's not just music. It's like their shows are almost like a comedy show. Like how they're so good at, like Tom and Mark are so good at bouncing off each other in between each song, and like it almost sounds scripted. Like there's times like we'll script out even like we know in between each song it's like, okay, Julian tells this story. This is the setup for this song. So like that way we're never all like looking at each other. And in our early days we would all be like looking at each other like, say something, someone say something.
Yeah.
But now we're at a point where like the song ends and like we kind of like intuitively know exactly who's going to be talking. And
Yeah,
what to
there's like
say.
maximum like two of us talking at one time, if you ever notice. Well, because like we all four of us have mics, so like it can get really hectic if more than two of us are talking. So like we like have like written down who's talking.
That's amazing. Yeah.
We slowly stopped doing that because now I feel like we know, but like there were times when like it would be like Julian is saying this to Zach and Zach responds with this and then
okay. So it was scripted.
Because in the early days we would all, this song went down, we were like, well, we would either be all talking over each other, all four of us, and we can't tell what the audience can.
Yeah.
Or no one would be talking. It was awkward. And that's what you really want to avoid. You want to avoid both of those extremes. So to avoid that, we started scripting out, but then at this point, nothing's scripted
It's
anymore.
really an art.
Yeah, you've mastered it.
Yeah.
We actually kind of talked about something similar really recently where I was talking about how when I was in college, I was kind of in between two cities. So a lot of times whenever a band would announce a tour, I'd go to both Houston and Austin to see them. And people who aren't like big concert people would be like, isn't it the same show? And I'm like, no, because it's a different crowd and the way they interact with the fans is different. My example, Blink-182 is perfect as well, but All Time Low was always the band where I was like, they have such good on stage banter. And I really do feel like that makes a difference to fans and live shows and like how much they connect to your band and how much they want to come back to a show and see you again.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, our fans clearly like our like more comedic songs when we're, especially live. They're like, they come for, unfortunately, it's what goes viral on social media now.
Yeah.
That's how they know us. Because like people in Texas aren't going to know us for our deep tracks at this point that we love.
Yeah, they aren't going to know Life of Mount Party as much as they're going to know either Brain Dead or Foreskin.
I was going to say Julian's foreskin has gotten quite the
He's
traction.
here. He's here in the
room
in the
with
shower.
Do you want to show us real quick?
How is it?
He's not there anymore. I don't know why.
Oh wait, no, he's gone. I forgot.
That was
That's
the
the
whole
thing.
premise of the song is that it's not there.
Did you even listen to it?
I'm sorry.
We listened to it in an obsessive amount of times.
You play your cards right, you'll listen to it tomorrow
Yeah.
Oh shit!
at about 3:10 p.m.
Well, if you guys want to hear a funny story about that song, we actually wrote and released that song back in 2022, June 2022. I remember. But we like made and I like shot and like recorded the music video that night, and we just like put it on YouTube.
And just let it go.
And like it was just like a joke, like whatever. Yeah, we put it out there, yada yada yada. We end up
Also, I'll say completely ripping off a Plain White T's song.
oh yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. But didn't
Yeah.
they like acknowledged it?
They did.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Oh,
We'll get
sorry.
there.
So
But
sorry.
anyways, we end up signing with management and label with Range. They're amazing. But the president of Range made us take down the song off of YouTube
Oh,
the week that we signed with them. He's like, nope, can't have this one.
no.
We don't want. This isn't you guys. This isn't representative of us.
But the good thing is every single song is a living and breathing thing, and there's never an end to a song.
Wow.
And we
That was
knew
that was beautiful.
we knew that he
Put
was
that on a
gonna
fucking t-shirt.
Yeah, put it on a t-shirt. We knew that he was gonna regret that one day. Jack, if you're watching
Guess
this.
what? He fucking did.
And he
Fuck you,
did.
Jack.
So then about a year later, we
I'm kidding. I love you. No.
we can cut that. So then about a year later, we're at a meeting with Atlantic, and he goes, the head of A&R goes, do you have any unreleased music we can show you? And Zach plays him that, and he films it, and overnight it has 10 million views.
No way.
Then we have Julian, we're at a writing retreat, and we're at a bar in the middle of fucking nowhere with 3 people in the bar. And Julian, there's a guitar, so I'm like, Julian, go play. And I film it in the corner. That gets 20 million views. And 20 million is like extremely viral. Like
Crazy.
as
Crazy.
viral as it gets. To
Like
put it in
10's like cool. Like 10's like
Like, oh,
everyone
shit.
like
Yeah.
most of your friends have probably seen it.
Yeah, so now it has over like 50 million views
Oh my
combined
God.
between TikTok and Instagram total, and it's not out. And we don't want to. So Tom from the Plain White Tees actually DMs me. I have like a relationship with him, and he DM'd me saying like,
Likes it. Yeah, low key.
name drop.
He's friends with my sister, and like we went to a few shows. But
Nice.
he DM'd me and be like, I never thought that this song, that 1, 2, 3, 4 would have this rendition, and I love it. I love everything about it.
So you got the blessing.
We got the
Yes,
blessing.
I got the
blessing.
blessing.
I told him, don't worry, we're never releasing it because we don't. We don't want it to be our number 1 songs.
That would fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I know,
yeah,
because you guys
yeah.
put a lot of work into like
Exactly,
everything else.
and like that song literally took 5 minutes to make.
Yeah.
So
Like I shit you not, like making the song plus the video plus releasing it took less than 2 hours. Okay.
Isn't
So-
it crazy that that's always the one that goes
so
viral?
frustrating. Yeah. But then Brain Dead, we actually is a real song. We
Yeah,
actually put a
Brain
lot of
Dead
work
is a
into
great
that.
song.
Like as joking as it is, like I do think like
It is like it's definitely like a meme, but it's more serious than Foreskin.
yeah.
There. And that's the clip.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, Foreskin's way more serious.
But yeah, that so luckily everything with Brain Dead, Cirque 23 as well as what it's called Cirque 23. That went viral with like compliments, like I love this, like R.I.P. or Foreskin, all that. Brain Dead went viral because of the hate comments.
Love that.
But also people loved it and they would fight, and we would
You just
respond to
let
the
them
hate
go.
comments. We love the hate comments.
Oh,
and
the
'cause
fighting in the comments.
Well, the
is
hate
best.
comments aren't like it's not that it's a bad song. It's that like Drake wasn't on Nickelodeon, or like
And
how
you're
do you
like,
not know
oh.
Will Smith was a rapper? There's like go die.
Yeah.
We're like okay.
Like, all right on it.
So it went
There's
viral for
definitely
those
some
reasons.
that are like, this is the worst song ever,
but
go
also
die.
the people who say Drake
Yeah.
wasn't on, like Drake Bell, you fucking
Drake
idiot.
Bell was, and also
Yeah.
Degrassi was on Nickelodeon. It
Yeah,
aired in
Degrassi,
Canada,
yeah.
but like
Degrassi did air on Nickelodeon.
Nick at Night.
And first of all, let me just put this out there.
if you're
you were an
watching this,
actor,
haters,
if you're an actor and you acted on some like random show, and that show aired on HBO, you would say that you're an HBO actor
Yeah, you take the credit.
because that's fucking awesome. Drake's a
You take the-
Nickelodeon
Yeah.
actor. There you go.
Multiple Drakes.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon
Yeah.
actors.
It's Drake
that's the clip.
ambiguous.
Exactly.
Yes, it is.
Drake. No, I was going to try to reverse them.
Ambiguous.
They're ambiguous.
Ambiguous?
or ambiguic.
What? Ambiguous?
What was the 4-chord time?
My tushy
Time?
hurts.
No, time. The festival.
Oh, do we want to end on that?
Sure.
Okay.
Are we ending?
No, we don't
Oh, I
have
was
to.
gonna say
We need
just got started.
we need a little clip for social media. So we've got a question for you.
Everyone's also like I can tell
Squished?
your butt's hurt.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm just like switching sides.
I'm good. I could laugh.
Just rotate.
Yeah, let's get
Fine.
horny sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Keep going.
So we're in Pittsburgh at 4-Chord Music Festival with People Are Ugly. Obviously, you guys have been playing a few festivals. and this one is an insane lineup. Are there any bands playing at Four Chord tomorrow that you're super excited to see? Any bands you grew up listening to that you're excited to check out? Or are you just going to play and go home?
Well, 2 bands. A Day to Remember was today.
Yeah.
So we missed them, unfortunately, because our flight got delayed. All American Rejects, we love. And actually, our first tour ever was with Taylor Acorn,
No way.
who is
I
here.
love her.
She's the best. Their entire band and crew are like our best friends right now. So, and it seems like we're following them because we played multiple festivals at this point with them.
I love that.
And we've gone to like every show that we could, like when they're in LA and stuff. So they're the best.
Love
really
her.
excited to see them.
Yeah.
We're very excited to see Taylor Acorn as well.
Yeah, we just shot her. And I think last time I was with you guys, I was like singing it. And you were like, is that Taylor Acorn? I was like, yeah.
Oh, were you singing?
Yeah, she's crushing it. Like she is.
She's
her songs,
awesome.
She's really good.
Her songs are
She's
getting so many
amazing.
streams. Her fans, like every show, it feels like she's growing.
It elevates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, everyone said like Taylor's great. Her and I have direct beef, and she knows this.
So Taylor, if you're watching this,
He's shorter than her.
That wasn't the reason why on tour. So Taylor and I started fighting on tour because she kept photoshopping my face on baby pictures, and like did it without just me knowing. I was sending it to our group chat. I was like, who the fuck on their team is doing this? So it's on site whenever I see her. They might all love you, but I would not take a bullet for you.
Damn. What about you guys? Okay, so we know Julian's excited to see Taylor Acorn. Is there anybody else that you guys are excited about? Or
it's got to be All American Rejects.
Yeah,
right?
definitely
That's the
All
top
American
one.
Rejects.
okay,
Sick.
yeah,
Same.
So amazing.
Swing.
that's all we can use for that song.
Move Along got Julian through junior high.
Yep.
Junior high. Junior high.
Move Along would have been.
You wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Move Along.
I would not be. Also, Taylor's great. I feel bad. I need to take that back.
The editor could
you hope is gone, move along.
Also, dirty little secret. Here's a little quick tangent. We could put on like a 60-second timer. Are you cool with that? 60 seconds.
60 seconds on the clock. Go.
Oh.
Hang on.
We got it.
And
Because I'm gonna get emotional.
stopwatch, ready, and go.
Dirty Little Secret from the movie She's the Man that movie has the craziest plot of any movie I've ever seen. In a nutshell, like I could go down and this is me in a nutshell.
You just wasted 3 seconds.
Solid 3
Oh,
seconds.
sorry. Go on. That was an Austin Powers quote. That movie is crazy. It's like 15 plots into one. I watched that movie and I am like, what is going on?
Crazy.
She has 4 relationships as the guy, 4 relationships as the girl, but her guy that she's pretending to be the brother also has more relationships that she breaks up as him, but then her ex-boyfriend is playing her current boyfriend,
Fucking insane.
Channing Tatum. In school, but then they both have beef, and then I could keep going. And then she is playing soccer, pretending to be the guy, but then her brother comes home and she ends a relationship that her brother was having because she hates the girl, and Channing Tatum ends up getting mad and catching her. But then they end up working out in the end, and that's the movie that's the plot of She's the Man.
Wait, but what was your beef with it?
It's too much.
Oh, okay.
It's too much. But Dirty Little Secret is the main song of that movie because that's her dirty little secret. Yeah, the dirty little secret.
Nobody else remember House Bunny though.
I remember House
Tyson
Bunny.
Ritter was in House Bunny.
Was he?
Yes, he was the guy. He was like the boyfriend that Anna Faris fell in love with.
Love
Anna Faris is in House Bunny?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well, I didn't
Goodbye.
see it.
I've never seen House Bunny.
I have. Anna Faris is amazing. I think of Scary Movie when I think of Anna Faris.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
it's Anna. I think it's Anna. We go down that road.
Not a real fan.
You don't even know her movies, so
Yeah, she was in Scary Movie too.
But anyway, tangent's over. Sorry, we went on a little tangent there, editor.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
We're done.
Yeah.
Is any of this usable? Like, did we just take over what you got? Did we hit what you
That's
wanted?
not our problem. That's Hayden's problem. So
Yeah.
Hayden, is this okay?
We'll find out.
Hayden,
figure it out.
I love you, and I deeply apologize for this atrocity you're gonna have to edit.
I think it's good.
it's good.
I
We did
believe
it.
in you.
So
dude.
what else, guys?
You got any exciting projects coming up?
This.
Honestly, this was
This was it?
Oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Can you believe we flew all the way to Pittsburgh?
Wait,
to
do you
do
guys need
this
some like
just for
sound
you?
bites? Wait, do you need some like sound bites and like clickbaity moments?
Yeah, go for it.
Do
Yeah.
it.
So
Right now.
I did go to prison actually. I got out on bail last year. My parents still don't know about it.
Yeah.
And
I picked him up. I paid his bail. He paid me back in certain favors.
And this is exactly what happened, what I'm about to tell you.
That's very good.
So that's one clickbait.
All right.
That's one.
Yeah.
Your turn. On the spot.
All right.
Go.
All right. So I was quite literally last summer after playing a festival. I was sailing in Lake Como in Italy.
I get emotional during this. I hate when
it's
he
fucking
tells
crazy.
us.
So the girl that I loved at the time, I was with her, and the Loch Ness monster
Is that the same girl?
ate her.
Oh.
Well, no, that's not clickbait. Because that says exactly what
Wait, no,
happened.
we have to-
You didn't.
We also have a song that came out this month.
Yeah, we do have a song that came out.
It's called Just Friends.
But actually, before we get into that, let me tell you about the time I took my entire family's mortgage and spent it on lottery tickets. And guess what? We
Hi.
That was great.
homeless. We do have a song though.
The video ends in 1 minute, so
shit.
so plug your song. So plug
Our
your
song
song.
Just Friends is out. It's rap, it's punk, it's pop punk, it's hyper pop.
It's whatever you
We
want.
don't like to say hyper pop anymore because we really pissed off the hyper pop community.
Yeah, they don't like us.
But yeah, hope you like it. Zach raps, he sings,
Yeah.
he cries,
I do cry.
he
in this one.
moans,
Yeah.
he weeps.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
No,
masterpiece.
weep. That's
But anyway, we love you guys.
Yeah, we love
Thank you.
you.
This was fun. This was fun. Yeah.
Anyway, this is People Are Ugly. Go listen to them now.
Bye.
So that was People Are Ugly.
That was People Are Ugly and us in the shower. Again, if you guys aren't watching the video, I'm so sorry. I don't know what you're doing.
You should be, because you really missed out on
You really did.
some key moments.
Yes. No, but yeah, they're
just great.
they're so fucking fun.
Mm-hmm.
They remind me a lot of like myself in the early music scene, just even being a fan. And they also make me feel so old at the same time.
Same.
There's a question that we asked them where we're like, does your music style like, are you change or whatever? And they're like, yeah, like constantly. Does yours? And we're like,
Yeah, I think Tristan was like, yeah, do you listen to the same thing you did 3 years ago? I was like, my music taste has not changed in 15 years. I still listen to the same bands I
literally.
did.
He was like, oh,
in high
well,
school.
okay.
He was like, oh, well, not me. But we were talking a little bit, and I feel like that just like, it was such a good answer for them because I feel like it shows, and their music is just so fun and unique and different. And I, like Laura, you said earlier, like it's hard to put into a specific genre.
yeah,
That I feel like it makes sense that they just listen to so much different stuff.
And I think with bands in particular, or like when we ask a question like that, they're like, yeah, like our music, you can hear their influences so much in their sound.
For sure.
But with People Are Ugly in particular, their sound is so unique. They literally have to encompass so many different artists, I feel like, in their catalog that they enjoy. And you really hear it because, there's certain songs that are like, they have like a lot of like rap / like spoken word elements to it. They have a lot of more like heavier kind of rock sound. And so it's really fun listening to their music and trying to pinpoint like who do they like or who are they like. And you can't really do that.
Yeah, because it genuinely does kind of change song to song.
From Shrek to Kiss. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And also, if obviously finished listening to this episode, but if you've never listened to them, you need to. And kind of like we said when we were introducing the episode, that I feel like, give them 2 years and they are going to be headlining the festivals that they are kind of opening for right now.
Well, especially too with us watching them at Four Chord, like the way that the festival was set up, it was 2 main stages and they kind of timed it out very nicely. So where it's like everyone, once stage A cleared out, like once stage A was done, everyone would move to stage B or vice versa. And so by the time that they ended their set, they had a huge fucking crowd.
Yeah, they did.
And I went into the crowd with my camera halfway through and people were singing along to them. And I was like, this is so fucking cool. So it's really nice knowing that like people in like the younger bands are kind of growing this like fan base where they're getting excited about them. It's really fucking fun.
We talked about this in the intro as well, but it was so crazy that we just so happened to, on the second day, we talked to like 4 or 5 fans like right when doors opened and the people that kind of like rushed to the barricade. And I think 2 or 3 of them mentioned people are ugly. And we were like, is this...
We're like, we didn't pay you to say this.
Yeah. And we told the guys after we interviewed them, and they were like, no way. We were like, we swear we did not tell them to say this.
Yeah.
They all mentioned you that People Are Ugly was like one of the bands they were most excited for.
We recorded a fan's reaction to like meeting them.
Yeah.
Like she was like so they didn't even have like merch because they're when I say that they're small, I mean like they're like really starting out. It's just them. And so they didn't have any merch for this run. And there was somebody at the Taylor Acorn booth and she was like talking about them and like we somehow were like walking all out at the same time. And they're like, this person is like super excited to meet. Like Victoria grabbed us. And she was like, this girl like wants to meet you guys. And she was so excited.
It was so cute.
It was so amazing.
And I forgot her story exactly, but she traveled to the music festival like specifically to see them, which is wild.
It's wild and it's so exciting to just be a part of that journey and that come up. So Also, I feel like in Four Chord, just kind of in general, like festivals are very different than tours themselves. Yeah. Festivals, you kind of have to prove your time because you're only there for literally like a 30-minute set, maybe.
If that.
Yeah. And so they do such a good job at captivating people walking past them to stay and like watch them. But I like you said, like they are doing such a good job at that, but also give them 2 years and they're going to be doing their own like headliners, their own festival runs, like everything like that. And they mentioned too, like they joined on Taylor Acorn's tour.
Yeah, that was their first tour, right?
Yeah, their first tour was with Taylor Acorn. And so we ended up actually hanging out with like Taylor Acorn during this like day. Because
obviously they're all like BFFs now.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's something about that connection that shows like how tight-knit the community is, I feel like.
Yeah.
And they appreciate it.
Yeah. It was a great time. Also, this is so off topic, but it was so cool to be with them because that obviously during the podcast, which was the night before we went to the festival with them on day 2, we asked them who they were most excited to see, and they listed obviously Taylor Acorn, who's their friends. She put on a phenomenal show, as she always does.
Mother.
But they also listed out, obviously, All American Rejects were the headliner for that day.
Yeah.
And we got to end the festival being side stage with them and like watching the set from side stage. We were. L'Oreal might not remember that. There was a complimentary bar backstage and L'Oreal did take advantage of that.
We're not going to indulge in that side of the saga.
But I have videos. I showed her. We had a good time. She had a good time. I told her about it.
Apparently, I yelled at Madison during this time where I was like, record everything. I said, document everything.
And she did not remember that, but she yelled at me to document her drunken adventure that night. It was good.
It was a great time.
It was good. We probably won't ever release those videos, but we have them.
If our Patreon grows.
Oh, yeah. Join our Patreon. We don't have one yet, but when we do, when we have a Patreon, join it.
Join it. You don't know what you'll get. Yeah. But anyway, that was People Are Ugly. Like we said, I mean, honestly, from the very beginning, the most genuine people you can meet who are fucking working their asses off to make a name for themselves, and it's working.
And also just like have a good time, and you can tell. Like they
have
love
a good time,
this.
But also it's not like the industry standard.
For sure.
They really don't, and I say this so genuinely, and I care so much about this, they don't sound like anything.
No, they don't.
Like out there.
They don't.
They're not only pop punk. They're not like new metal. They're their own thing, which is it's so exciting.
And I also, when we were walking around with them, I think it was Julian, some fan came up to them and was like, dude, y'all did like such a good job. And they were raving about one of their songs because they just have some ridiculous ones, which are fantastic. But
Foreskin?
Probably. And I think it was Julian. He was like, yeah, man, we just like, we don't take ourselves too seriously. We just have a good time. And that is just so...
Honestly, more bands need to do that.
Yeah, that is their tagline. And as soon as you finish this episode, you need to go listen to them and you'll be like, yep, that tracks.
Yeah. So again, we can't rave enough about them. Go listen to People Are Ugly. Make sure you follow them on social media. Their TikTok in particular.
Oh my God, their TikTok is fantastic.
Unmatched because, again, they're so like, I want to say homegrown, but I don't know if that's like the right terminology. But they're literally, it's just them doing it.
It's just four boys having a good time.
Having a good time.
Making some music together.
Making funny ass TikToks. And it shows and it's so great and it's refreshing, honestly. So please go follow them. And
become a fan because they're going to be super big in 2 years.
And who doesn't want to say that I knew them before they blew up?
You get to brag that you knew them before they were the next big thing.
Yes. Yeah. Please go follow People Are Ugly. We love them so much. They are our boys. We're there for them.
And we hope you enjoyed
this episode.
Following along and our little interview in the shower with People Are Ugly.
Yeah. Again, watch the fucking video.
The video is great.
The video is fantastic. We love them so much. We love you guys so much. Thank you again for following along. You can follow us on all of our platforms. Yep. What are they, Madison?
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
You can find us at
everywhere at Backing the Barricade. Everything's on Backing the Barricade. Beyond the Barricade is our little extension. Yep. But that is us.
That is us.
You can find us everywhere.
We are you.
And we'll see you again next week for another fun little episode.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye.